Welcome back everybody to the second part. Now we were doing the first poem and I have explained the first two stanzas of the poem. Now the third and last stanza of the poem is left. So let's begin with this. Now in this stanza, in the first 4 lines, the poet has described about the negative qualities that we should remove from us. In the beginning, I told you that this poem was written when India was under the British rule. So the poet wants that if we remove some bad qualities which are prevailing in us, then we can get independence. So in that context, he had written the poem. So what is the poet saying? Danger shall not scare us any longer. Danger means any problem or difficulty shall not scare. Scare means to make terrified या डराना किसी चीज़ से. तो any problem or any difficulty in our life will not scare us. We are ready to face every difficulty with full power, full courage. And poverty shall not sear our souls. And poverty means garibi. So no matter in how much poor conditions we live, this is not going to sear. Sear means to burn. And souls mean our atma. Okay. So poverty shall not sear our souls. No matter in how bad condition we live, but this is not going to damage us from inside. We will always be strong and powerful. Self-interest shan't drive us to meanness. Shan't means shall not. This is an abbreviation for shall not. So self-interest. Self-interest means selfishness. So selfishness will not drive us to meanness. Okay, we should not become mean or selfish in any situation. When you are facing any danger or any problem, you should hold in hands with others. You should help yourself and help others as well. You should not be like कि हम तो प्रॉब्लम से बाहर आ गए और बाकी लोग अगर प्रॉब्लम में है तो let them be where they are. No. What you should do, you should yourself try to come out of that problem and help others as well. So never be mean and selfish. And cowardly indifference shall cease forever. Cowardly indifference means डरपोक बनना, किसी चीज से डरना. So we will never be coward, never be afraid of anything. No matter how big difficulty or problem we have to face, we will always be courageous and face it with full determination. Okay, so these 4 lines were about the poet is urging to the Indians that we should remove all these bad things if we are having in us. We should remove them, and once we remove them, we will definitely get independent. Now again the poet is praising the country in this last 4 lines and again describing how rich is our country. Here our land overflows. This O and this apostrophe mark is V, overflows. Here our land overflows with milk and honey. So our land India is overflowing with milk and honey. Overflowing with milk and honey. What does this line means? So this line doesn't mean that दूध और शहद की नदियाँ बह रही है being like on the road. It denotes that the richness of the country, okay, that our country is so rich that everybody is having abundant amount of food to eat, abundant richness. And perennial is the supply of fruit and corn. Perennial means throughout the year. Anything which goes on throughout the year. Whole 12 months is perennial. So what is perennial? Perennial is the supply of fruit and corn. Fruit and corn. Fruit and corn means fruit, you all know, fruit, phal, and corn denotes grains. The grains we eat, food grains. So we have the supply of fruit and corn throughout the 12 months. R is the famed Aryan land of Bharat. Our land Bharat is a famed Aryan land. Now what is famed Aryan land? If you might be watching Ramayana and Mahabharata these days, You might have seen in that in Ramayana also, Ram is one from the Aryan tribe, and even in that Mahabharata also, the whole Kuru Vansh is from Aryan tribe. So Ram, Lakshman, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Bhishma Pitama, all those you saw, they are from Aryans, and you have seen in that they are so great people, so strong, powerful people, who had great courage and power to defeat anything and anybody. So of such great people is our land Bharat. So in the last line again the poet says that having so many qualities, what does India becomes? It becomes fearless, it becomes unique and better than any other country in the whole world. So come on, what we should do? We should come together, we should praise her, and we should try to get her independence. We should try to get her free from the slavery of this Britishers. So I hope this first poem is clear to you. Thank you.